Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. If you stop by the channel often, then you may recall this past winter we removed the Fiero's M90 supercharger so that we could thoroughly clean it, inspect it, port it, and paint it. While we were in there, we also took the time to block off a passage in the intake manifold to prevent hot coolant from getting to the throttle body. Additionally, we used heat tape to wrap the exhaust crossover, and we did all of these things to hopefully eke a few more horsepower out of the Fiero's 3800 supercharged engine with an overall goal of reaching a new personal best in the quarter mile this year. Recently, we got the Fiero out to the track for a little Wednesday night test and tune fun. The temperatures were in the 80s, so I pretty much knew there weren't going to be any records to be had. But, of course, we had the wideband hooked up, as well as HP tuners scanning all of the runs, so I was able to get some valuable data and do some tweaking to the tune. So if you want, you're welcome to come along and we'll walk through the runs as well as a few of the HP tuner scans, and we're going to do that next.
Toys for Life.
Welcome back, guys, to beautiful Rockfalls Raceway near Eau Claire, Wisconsin. My son's driving the Fiero tonight. I've been demoted to camera duty, and after a quick hit to make sure the tires are clean, looks like we're lined up against a late model Civic Type R. Fiero gets a pretty good launch. But a pretty disappointing mile per hour. One good thing about having cameras everywhere is you can review the footage after the run to see if you did anything wrong. Did you see it? Yep, right there. Let off way before the end of the light, which obviously means the mile per hour took a hit. Test and tune night isn't really about winning or losing, but it's more fun to win. For this next pass, I didn't have an opponent, so I'm going to go ahead and overlay an HP tuner scan so you can kind of take a peek in real time at the parameters I'm kind of watching and evaluating after each pass. Just a quick look at this scan here, and what I'm mainly looking at is the air-fuel ratio as I go through here, and it's leaner than I want. I'm on E85, but I want a lambda of about 0.74, which if you're used to gasoline ratios, it's like 11 to 1. So it's definitely a little leaner than I'd like. The M90 likes a little extra fuel, which helps keep knock at bay. The E85 does a nice job as well. So I'm a little concerned here as we get into third gear. We've got a little knock going on, close to 3 degrees here. So, but I also see, the average lambda is closer to 0.8. So I'm going to go ahead and richen this up a little bit and see if that gets rid of our knock. All right, so here's the next run. You can see here as we got into third gear, the adjustments I made to the fueling paid off. We're closer to 74, 75 lambda, which again is around 11 to 1. That's going to seem kind of rich to a lot of you guys, but with the M90 supercharger, keep in mind you're already all the way through first, second, and into third here is where things typically get pretty darn hot in the combustion chamber. And this inlet air, this is just ambient outside. But by the time you get into third gear here, if you were to measure it after the supercharger, it's probably closer to around 200 degrees. So knock, even with the 85, can become a problem. The timing I'm running, I've done a lot of testing over the years, and when it's a little bit cooler, I should be able to get closer to 21, 22 degrees, which a lot of dyno testing that's been done and discussions throughout the years indicates that on this setup, M90 supercharged with a VS cam, non-intercooled E85, probably somewhere between 20 to 22, 23 degrees is going to be maximum power at the higher RPM levels. So if I can come back here in about a month or so, when air temperatures are down about 15 degrees, get this closer to the low 70s, and the timing up to 21, 21 and a half, or 22, we might have a chance at a new personal best for the Supercharged Fiero with the modified supercharger we did last winter, as well as the cold air intake, and we'll see what happens.